Humans of the Cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. The algorithm might shit on this video. I don't know what's really going to happen there because technically I've already tried to upload 2 videos today because of the missed no volume upload and stuff like that. But we'll see. But yeah, Konami's coming in hot with the Cyberstorm Access reveals. 2 new cards last night. The brand new archetype Monodome came out earlier this morning, and now we actually have 5 new Amazing Defenders cards, 2 Purrely cards, 2 Mikanko cards, and 1 Rescue Ace cards. I said, even though this looks like a more underwhelming deck build pack set, I mean, look at the beginning of last year. We had, what was it, Punk, which did not look great. And then E-Tele got Unlimited, and then they got, I think, Deer Note in the next set, and that's when the archetype was really able to start flourishing. And same thing with Exo Sister. That looked like the worst archetype we've had revealed in a while. Then we got Magnifica, then we got Malfa, and it's history ever since. Still a relatively respectable deck even now. So yeah. But yeah, let's get into this thing. Starting off here, we have a new Purrely main deck monster. Cool to see. It is Purrely Lily, a level 1 dark fairy effect monster. Not something you see too often, but it's a 100 attack, 100 defense monster, 2 hard ones per turn effects. Here we go. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 Purrely card from your deck to your hand. That's except a quick play spell. Oh! That changes things, because most of this archetype is quick play spells. Honestly, I need to go back through and honestly read through most of these archetypes again. I have a general idea of what they want to do, but most of their quick play spells are some of their better cards. So interesting. I'd have to even see which cards aren't quick play spells that are good search targets off of this card. We'll have to see on that. Second effect, you can target 1 Purrely quick play spell in your graveyard as cost. Special summon 1 Exceed monster that mentions it from your extra deck by using this card as the material. And if you do, attach that target to the summoned monster as an additional material. That's cool. Solid. I like that. What's really important to note is that usually you're going to be summoning this card or the other one, the other level 1 monster, off of the quick plays. Because I think the quick plays can do one of 2 things, I think. And one of the things is, I believe, summon them straight out of the deck. So normally you're going to summon this out. It's going to search you a card. And then you can target the quick play spell that's in grave to cheat out one of the Exceeds from extra deck using those as material, which is cool. Yeah, this is a solid card for them because I think the other one's a little bit underwhelming. But again, I need to read through the Purrelys again and refresh on them. By far of the 3, they're the ones I was least familiar with. Next up here we have Mikanko. This one to me had the most potential out the gate because it had a Souled synergy, Infernoble synergy, and it looked like it could have been played as a generic engine as well. So we'll see. But this is Furry, the Orb Mikanko, a level 3 Wind Psychic effect monster, 0/0 for the stats. Third effect is a hard once per turn. If this card is not equipped with any equipped card, you take no battle damage from battles involving it, and if it is, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, your opponent takes any battle damage you would take from battles involving it. I love that gimmick, that just no matter what, you never take battle damage from them battling. You either don't take any, or your opponent takes it, which is really cool. Second effect, your opponent cannot target Mikanko cards you control with card effects while you control an equipped card. Okay. Interesting. Can't target any Mikanko cards, including this card or something equipped to it. So it just protects literally everything. That's actually kind of nice, depending on the deck you play against. If somebody sees that they're like, oh, okay, they play with equips, cool, let me side in my Twin Twisters, my Cosmic Cyclones, stuff like that. And then once you set this card up, they can't target anything. That's pretty funny. And the third effect, if this card becomes equipped with an equipped card, you can add 1 Mikanko trap from your deck to your hand. Specifically adds a trap. Interesting. That's definitely an interesting one. You do have to have a way to equip it, but if you do search a trap, I don't hate it. interesting. And I think some of the traps are like not too bad, but this seems like a more pure support card than splashable, whereas some of the other stuff reads a little more splashable. But I know the deck has ways to cheat some of the Mikankos straight out of the deck, so if you can cheat this card out, get it equipped, boom, you're searching another interruption there. And some of the I think some of the equip spell, one of them is an interruption while it's equipped, so you could potentially have an interruption on this, search a trap, boom, 2 interruptions. It's pretty cool. Nice. Moving on, we have the Purrely quick play spell here. This is Purrely Sleepy Memory. So this cannot be searched off the one we looked at above, but it says this. First effect, apply this effect, then you can discard 1 card, and if you do, special summon level 1 Purrely monster from your deck. Once applied, the next battle or effect damage you take this turn becomes 0. Okay, this is worded so weird. I'm assuming this text will be updated or something to seem way less strange, but whatever. But yeah, like I said, all the quick play spells I think have like the same thing. They do like some weird thing, and then they summon out one of the level 1 Purrely straight from the deck. Second effect, a Purrely Exceed monster that has this card as material gains this effect. Once per turn during your opponent's standby phase, you can draw 1 card. That's cool, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you attach these cards as material pretty consistently, so this cheats out the new level 1. The level 1 searches you a new card, then you summon out a Purrely that can get this card under it, right? And then you're just drawing a card. Works for me. I don't know. I mean, seems cool. Yeah, works for me. Moving on, we also have a new equip spell for Mikanko. I think all 2 or 3 of them that we already have are all pretty solid, if I remember correctly. This one is called Dance of the Mikanko Fascinating Bird. I love the artwork on this. Looks really cool. Seth said she liked the artwork as well. Second and third effects are hard once per turn. The equip monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. Cool. And that's really good because any Mikanko equipped with an equip all has that same thing where they can't be destroyed by battle and your opponent takes damage, and now they can't be destroyed by card effects. So they just can't be destroyed and your opponent takes damage. Makes them really annoying, kind of like Magispector kind of thing where like you're almost always under this protection. It's very annoying to get your cards off the field for certain matchups. Very specific matchups are going to have a lot of trouble with this deck. And the second effect, if your Mikanko battles, at the end of the damage step, you can target 1 card on the field, return it to the hand. So again, we're immune to battle. This is just a solid removal spell from there, and I like that you don't have to give up anything for it. It's just any time you battle. Oh, and also, this just says if your Mikanko monster battles. It doesn't even have to be the monster equipped. Very cool as well. Third effect, if this card is in your graveyard, target a Mikanko monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and if you do equip it with this card and banish that monster when it leaves the field, that is so good. Holy crap. That's so good, especially if we're talking about like this Isolde potential to play like a warrior package with Mikanko. Dump this card, get a Mikanko engrave, and this card just says reborn it and get it equipped. That could be the new one. I mean, I know this one's not a warrior, so Isolde's not getting you access to this one, but if you get this one engrave, summon this one back, equip it, and then just search a trap for an extra interruption, all from graveyard. Oh man, that's awesome. This card's cool. I like this card. And the final card here we have is called Reinforce. This is a new trap card. This is going to be one of the settable trap cards that our big bad boss monster is able to set straight from the deck. Basically, the Rescue Ace archetype. It's kind of like firefighters and machines. And the deck is predicated on setting up their like one big boss monster, and he just has like once per turn set up to 4 Rescue Ace cards straight from the deck. So yeah, that's cool. Here we go. This card is always treated as a Rescue Ace card. That's how it's able to be set. You can only use the second effect of this card once per turn. Target 1 Rescue Ace monster you control. Until the end of this turn, it gains 15/15. It's unaffected by your opponent's monster effects. Also, the next time it would be destroyed by battle, it is not destroyed. Okay. Wow. So this is just kind of like make a monster a towers till the end of the turn kind of card. That's pretty cool. I mean, I think for an archetype that's predicated around the big boss monster, this is cool. Makes him even bigger. Can't be destroyed by battle. Like, you just can't clear him unless you're able to, like, contact fuse, or you know what I mean, something to that effect to get him off the field. Interesting. And the second effect says you can banish this card from your graveyard to target or rescue a spell in grave and set it back to your field. That's another cool effect. That's actually pretty solid. Just get a card back in the grind. That's pretty nice there. Yeah, I don't hate this card. It's just not really what I want for Rescue Ace. I think, to me, Rescue Ace is a very scary deck to leap into because it is so one note. If you do not get that big guy out and resolve his effect to set 4, I really struggle to see what your win condition is in the deck. Like, the deck is just going to struggle to get a lot of advantage if you're not resolving that effect. The deck is going to struggle to get interruption without that effect. The deck just feels like it's not doing much if it doesn't get to and resolve that effect. And decks that are one note like that are very, very easy to counter. So, I don't know. This isn't exactly the card I wanted. I kind of wanted more engine stuff that would make it maybe give you access to a new way to have a win condition. Maybe it's not getting that guy, or maybe it's an easier way or a different route to get to him. So if your opponent if their game plan is keep you from getting to him, it gives you more routes to get to him easier and more available. But yeah, so not a bad card. It's probably a one-of that you just play. The reset effect is really nice. The make anything you control the towers is kind of cool. You can even do this. I like that this can do to any Rescue Ace monster as well. So really you can make any Rescue Ace like kind of a towers, because 15/15 is a big buff. So yeah, it's not terrible. It's not great. It's just not the specific kind of support I wanted to see for them. And unfortunately, they're the only one of these 3 that only got 1 new card, whereas the other 2 got 2. So yeah, that's it for all the cards we have today for Amazing Defenders support. Here's what I'll say. I think the 2 biggest cards here, I think, are probably the Purrelys. I think they get the biggest buff here. I'm still excited to see what they can do, because they really seem like they could be an archetype that can like kind of be like a Zodiac opt second, be just like a Zeus you right in the ass kind of deck, going second and go from there. But obviously we'll have to wait and see how much this really changes. I've seen very small success with the Purrelys in the OCG, but we'll see. I think the Mikanko cards are cool. But again, this one's not a warrior, so it kind of does take away from potentially seeing how much potential it has being part of like the Isolde builds, but maybe in a pure build it's still really nice. I like the equip spell a lot as well. So yeah, no complaints from me there. And then Reinforce, okay card, just not what they needed, to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know your thoughts down below. I hadn't gone back and revisited, like, reading over these 3 archetypes in quite a bit, so I'm definitely going to go in after this video and read up more on them. But if I missed any specific synergies or important things to note from these new cards that are important as they pertain to the archetypes, please let me know down below. And also, we should get in the next set 1 more small wave of support for these archetypes. That's generally how Konami likes to do it. So keep that in mind. If you're starting to lose hope, keep in mind we've got 1 more volley that could, all it takes is 1 card. Once you have a fully set up archetype, all it takes is 1 broken card like Malfa for Exosisters to kind of break the deck completely wide open. So we'll keep an eye out for that. I'll bring you that whenever it comes. But as of for today, guys, I am out of here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff from me down the line. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.